Team Powerhouse Real Estate Show. Very excited to us are situated here. As you guys are all so patient with us in getting it going. We are live on the streaming. Here we go. I'm gonna take a peek at this thing. Look at this. There's so many people. Oh my goodness.
You just gotta Snapchat.
The birthday things are nuts. I'm
Happy birthday, Dave.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hold on.
It's your birthday month? No.
That's what my. Oh my goodness! I had to find this over here. Hold on 1 second. Where are we on? Come on, Facebook. Give me a heads up over here, Facebook. There we are.
There you are.
That's it. All right, now we're there, and we're gonna later on make sure that the rest of the world can see us and hear us. All right, I'm gonna mute this. Welcome to the Team Powerhouse Show, live with you every Tuesday. Thank you so much for allowing us to prep, as always, making sure all our live streaming apps are running correctly. Hopefully you can hear us really well. We have Miss Danielle Borges over here, live from Team Powerhouse. So excited to have her on the show with us tonight. She loves being here. It's her favorite thing to do in the world, to be on social media and to be on video. Not exactly true, but she's
totally not
doing amazing.
Totally not true.
She is a rock star. The reason why I'm having her on the show today is two reasons. One, she's a true rock star with Team Powerhouse, and anybody who's had a chance to work with her has had the experience of knowing what Danielle is all about. Let me just give you some bullet points about her that she wasn't not prepared for me to read about her, but just for you guys to know a little about Danielle. Obviously, she's a licensed real estate agent, specialized in both sellers and buyers, including investment properties and luxury homes, which you've been doing quite a bit of business with that, as well as rentals and veteran services. She's a strong professional background in real estate and also in human resources and public relations, bringing excellent communication and empathy to her client interactions. Danielle's background is deep. She is well known throughout the state on many real estate agents out there, as well as other avenues in the history you've been involved with. And everybody loves and talks about you all the time, which just makes me proud to have you on our team. So I just wanted to share with the world who's watching. We work closely together as a team, and I will say to you that every day we work together, it's very special to me. I'm very proud of what you're doing in this business. In addition to the fact that her sales are unbelievable in her first year that she went through, and her average price, $5 million property in her first year, which is in Connecticut, not the norm, which means you have to be pretty special and pretty good at what you do because you're dealing with a whole different kind of level of buyer and sellers. And to have that kind of recognition and that kind of a stature in this business means and says a lot about you. She's very dedicated. She's hardworking, which we all know about. She's praised by her clients on social media with great reviews. And if you worked with Danielle before and you haven't read a review, reviews are everything to us. But her is phenomenal. Outside the real estate market, you'll find her enjoying yoga, sports. She loves the outdoors.
I do.
And she brings energy and discipline to her work. We're just going to talk about your outdoor activities for a quick second because, you look at Danielle and you think, oh, she's probably like a very chill person. She doesn't like anything crazy and wild. She's probably like, not as exaggerate, crazy. How do I say this? Danielle jumps out of planes, all right? And to say you jump out of planes is crazy. How many people I know jump out of planes? One. And how many times have you jumped out of a plane before?
Just under 500.
Can you say that a little louder so everybody can hear that?
Just under 500.
Just under 500 times she jumped out of a plane. She apparently likes the wild side of life, to say the least.
The adrenaline is...
The adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
You're an adrenaline junkie?
I would say so.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And it's funny because you can never look and judge somebody based on what they do. Like you might look at me and think, oh, this guy's crazy. Like jumping out of planes. But nope, not for me. I'm scared of heights. One day, I think
you're going to try.
I think one day I might consider, my son's been talking about jumping out of a plane. And, I don't have enough courage yet, but maybe at some point. I need a good year without any kind of surgeries or problems first.
Yeah.
I need to be
Yeah,
a
no, I
very
hear you.
healthy person
I hear you.
before I jump out of a plane. And if my son is watching, which I know he's not, actually, my son right now is not watching. He's probably working
He's
still.
working, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's working the FIFA World Cup in the Hard Rock Stadium. He's going to be home on Friday night, which I'm very excited about.
We can schedule a jump then.
We can schedule it. I'm not sure that's going to happen
I
exactly,
think
but
Danny would say so, though.
he would say
Yeah.
absolutely. And Val would have an absolute panic attack. All right, so Danielle is amazing. And if you haven't worked with her before, you definitely want to talk to her and work with her. As a matter of fact, Danielle, let's give everybody your phone number who's looking to buy or sell a house. Can you tell everybody that? I should have typed it up on the screen, but I didn't. So what is your phone number, please?
203-217-0810.
217
0810.
0810. I'll try and get that on the screen and make sure you guys all know about it. Danielle, area code 203, Danielle Borges. All right. Let's talk a little about real estate. Let's talk about what's going on over here. Let's talk about you, baby. All right. So real estate happening in Connecticut right now. Talk to me, Danielle. What can you share with everybody?
Well, we know that the home price rebound is continuing.
Absolutely.
The median Connecticut home price is up 9.6% year over year. So the average or median price is $464,900 in May of 2025.
It's pretty amazing because, I'll talk about a few years ago, the average home price is probably $250,000.
I just met a client today and we were talking about that. She's been looking year to year, and she said one of the things that she and one of her girlfriends was talking about is waiting until the prices start to drop. She goes, you know what? They're not dropping.
They're not dropping.
In her personal observation, she said every year everything's getting more and more expensive. So if I don't buy now,
I'm going to pay more later.
I'm paying more, and she's finally realized that it's a real thing.
Now you've been recently working on some real estate deals. We'll talk about that a little bit. You just recently went under contract of one condo. Listing price was?
The listing price was $255,000.
Which we thought was on the higher side. We were a little concerned about the price, but we took a shot at it. And what are we going to contract for?
$271,500.
$271,500.
Yeah.
That's pretty bananas. And how fast are they going to contract?
4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah.
It's
closed. It's closed already.
it closed.
We're done. Yeah.
Bang, bang, boom. That's unbelievable.
Mhm.
And you're working in another project,
That's right.
a condo,
Another condo.
and bedrooms, bathrooms,
2 bedrooms, 1.5 bath, 1-car garage.
town of.
A townhouse in Bristol.
Now, Danielle is working all over the state. That's we at Team Powerhouse. Do we work all over the state? We don't have a place. Michael Christopher, thank you so much for joining us on Instagram over there. And thank you so much, NW Burlesque. Love having you part of our show. That's just on Instagram, not to mention the 7 other platforms that have about 5,000 people, between 5,000 and 6,000 people watching right now. But we can just see the Instagram in front of us. That's why we mentioned it out loud. So you're working in another condo in Bristol. Bristol's a hot market.
It sure is.
It's crazy because I'll tell you right now that I haven't seen Bristol be a hot market in years. Okay, and Bristol's on fire.
It is.
On fire.
It's a nice town.
It is a nice town. Yeah. It's got that great in between Hartford and New Haven, close to convenient to highways. And this condo complex is a great complex too.
Yeah.
Very sought after place.
It's in a nice spot. It's secluded. It's woodsy, quiet.
Absolutely.
It's a great area.
It's off the beaten path.
That's right.
They say, off the beaten path.
But still close enough to everything that you need.
Shopping, highways, et cetera, which is huge. Right now we are working on a couple more listings in the Hamden. We have a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath coming to market probably in a couple of weeks. It's a ranch home. It is going to be absolutely stunning, completely renovated. Guys, you're not going to miss this. I would love to give you more information about it. We cannot give you more details until it goes live. Working on a 2-family house in West Haven. Another phenomenal listing. It's got 2 bedrooms on the first floor and I think 4 bedrooms on the second unit. Either 3 or 4 bedrooms in the second unit. And it's going to go on the market probably in about a few weeks, getting some work done to it. which leads us into, we'll get into the real Vitalize program, but let's go back into Connecticut and what's going on in the market over here. So you mentioned over here that median home prices are in the ballpark of 464 on a single family home.
That's right.
What else can you tell me?
That the inventory is still pretty low here in Connecticut.
It is.
Which drives competition, obviously, because if the demand is high and the supply is low, it's driving the prices, it's driving the competition. We have about 2 months of supply left. 62% of homes are selling above the list price.
Yes.
And there are still a lot of bidding wars happening over the homes.
You mentioned 62% are going above price. And the reason why it's not higher is because a lot of the people who are out there selling their homes are in a position where it needs a lot of work. And the problem with that is when a house needs a lot of work or it's dated inside, you have one of two options. You can either price it lower, right? Because it's more
That's right.
attainable. But the challenge is a lot of buyers don't have the money to fix them up. And we'll get into how we have this special program to help every seller out there who looks and needs and wants the ability to renovate their house, because most people don't have all this money saved in their pocket. Things are tight right now. Their value of their property is high. That doesn't mean they have money in their hands to spend. We have a program that we're going to talk about that allows you as a seller not to pull $1 out of your pocket, not $1 out of your pocket, and have the ability to make an astronomical advantage and change in how much money you're going to make. But let's go back into this. The Hartford metro area is heating up. Values are up 4.2% in 2025. And it's actually stated right now the Hartford market, Hartford County, is the hottest real estate market in Connecticut, they're saying.
Wow.
Now, I tend to wonder where, because I think the New Haven market is definitely still stronger. But there's different parts of the market versus Hartford market, the counties, what they have. But Hartford market, they're saying, is now the hottest real estate market in Connecticut. The surge in listings are giving buyers more options in the sense of where there's more property coming to market now. We have 4,000 homes for single-family homes for sale in Connecticut, which is not a lot.
No.
Because we would average about 15,000, but we're up to 4,000 from about 3,000 about a month and a half ago. So that's a huge jump in amount of inventory, which for buyers is huge, right? Because we have more inventory to pick from and choose from. But is that house situated for you the way you want it? Is it a house that needs work? Or is it a house that's all done and you want to pay top dollar for it because the property's all done inside it? Only the buyers can choose and make that decision. It also makes a difference what kind of mortgage you're going to get, because if the better the house condition, the more buyers can choose from it. The VA, the CHAFA, the FHA, as well as the conventional buyers. So we need to make sure that these houses are situated in the best shape possible for more buyers to choose from. More buyers
to choose from.
More buyers. Oh my gosh. You shouldn't have offered me that bourbon before we had this show. It's not something I planned on doing. She got me drinking before the show. It's not my fault. I'm tongue-tied over here. Just a little sip. I'm just teasing.
So there are some concerns, though, happening
Yes.
in the market as well. And some of that involves the increase in property taxes.
Yes. Yeah. The taxes in Connecticut have definitely been something that we have a concern about for Connecticut homeowners. But it's funny that it is, because the people coming from New York and California, they think it's not much at all.
That's right.
But Connecticut people, it's like, what is going on? Every year my taxes are going up.
So it's indicating that the revaluations are increasing the 55%. And
Yes.
a lot of homeowners are trying to wait for things to even out.
Yeah.
But
it's not really happening.
It's not really happening.
No. But the homeowners who own homes have so much equity in their houses.
That's right.
So they have a huge ability to sell, take that equity, and make a decision. Do they want to go downsize? Do they want to get out of Connecticut and allow new Connecticut buyers to be here, which either from Connecticut or outside of Connecticut? And one of the things that Coldwell Banker offers, which is pretty huge, speaking of Coldwell Banker, is that the length of its arms are to grab the buyer pool from all over the country, as well as outside the country. We do a lot of relocation here. And that is something definitely to be considering and thinking about, because people are coming here left and right, and they want to be part of the American dream. All right, Danielle, keep going. Getting you sidetracked.
Yeah, no, we're going to go back to you, and you're going to tell us about the momentum
The
in
momentum
a
is
multi-unit and adaptive reuse project.
So I'm happy you asked. Right now in Hartford, there's an approved. They have approved converting a senior facility into a 108 multi-family unit with an 8% ability of affordable housing to have there. Farmington's also considering a 240 to 296 unit riverfront project aimed at the middle income families. That's huge. I mean, Hartford is really going above and beyond on trying to bring those buyers to their cities and towns. That's a huge piece of real estate right there. Two huge pieces of real
a
estate.
lot.
Definitely. Home buyer preferences are evolving. Buyers want larger kitchens with functional layouts, right? They want to see that open space concept. That's their favorite thing. Removing a wall if you have one. I was just in a house over the weekend, this beautiful colonial. I'm so excited to talk about. I can't wait to get all that situated with this woman. She's amazing. She's got a beautiful kitchen set up. I'm going to do a little bit of a touching up and making it a little more pretty or updated to it because it's a very pretty kitchen. And a great flow to this house. But they want functional layouts. They love outdoor living spaces, the traditional charm and smart home features. So like things that are going to be energy efficient are huge today. Things that you can control from your phone. A lot of things come down with alarm systems that they have where you can take your apps, control your heat, control your lighting, make sure the alarm on and off. I love the fact that you can, and I sometimes forget to do it, you can actually turn the heat on or off, raise it before you come home. The AC, the same thing. It's a huge thing that you can do to energy save on your house when it comes to your costs of heating and cooling. All right. We're going to jump into the next part, which is relaying into what we were talking about a little bit, is the ability to have a program. It's called a secret weapon. It's a secret weapon to you as sellers. It's called Real Vitalize by Coldwell Banker. Now, we have talked about this a little bit, bits and pieces here over the last year or two, but I want to make sure you sellers understand how many advantages you have. It's the only program out there. Coldwell Banker has it. It's something you want to know and understand. It allows you as a homeowner to take your home, have beautiful improvements done that every buyer is looking for.
Like that nice new kitchen.
Absolutely. Bathrooms, adding a bathroom, extending a bathroom, painting, lighting, new heating systems.
Updating.
Absolutely. It can be a new roof. It can be so many things that you may need or may want, right? And it adds so much value to your house. If every buyer now that comes looking at your house going, I have to have that house. And if every buyer says I have to have that house, what does that do?
Drives price up.
Drives price up.
And sellers making money.
The seller's making more money. Buyers are happy to pay that price because they want it done.
They want it. They don't want to do it themselves. The sellers don't want to do it. The buyers don't want to do it. It just gets done.
It just gets done. The seller doesn't do anything. They just go and they leave the house and they come back and like what's it called? I Dream of Genie when they shoot wiggle their nose and poof, it's all done. No upfront cost to sellers. There's no interest on that money being used, which is fantastic. Sells your house faster. Danielle, talk more about this over here. Help me out over here.
It increases the home value and sales price. There's a strategic pre-listing updates. We like the painting, the flooring, the landscaping, the staging, and it can significantly boost the perceived value, and that leads to higher offers.
100%.
If you take out the I need to do factor and make it more convenient for the buyers, and they're willing to pay more.
Listen, I know when I was buying a house back in 2001, the first time, but a little condo.
Way back then.
Yeah. And I knew that when we walked in this place, the hardest part was walking into a place that either smelled, and I'm going to say something that's going to sound not nice or great, but when we bought this condo, there were elderly people living in this condo, and it had a very medicinal smell. They weren't well. The husband wasn't well. He was a very sick man, and it felt bad because you walk in, you see like this bed there in the living room, and it just had this aura, and I felt bad. I was like not able to make a commitment to that condo. And my wife said, I have a vision. We're going to buy this place. We went through this whole saga that our parents were involved in making decisions. And she says to me, we're making a decision, not your parents. We're doing this together. And we bought this condo, but we had to pull all the money out of our pocket. And it took us years to get that condo where we wanted it to be, the way we wanted it. Today, the buyers don't have that. They don't have the resources to do that because they're paying so much for a house. So they're putting their nickels and dimes together,
Yep.
right? They're putting whatever they can to put down on that house to make their payment satiable, right? And then there's no room to fix that house up. And this is where Vitalize comes in and plays such plays a strategic role. Talk about this.
For sellers, it's increasing the buyer pool as well.
100%.
Yeah.
It's increasing the buyer pool, and they see the photos of the property on the computer, and they go, "Oh my God, I have to have that."
It's beautiful.
They're flipping.
Yeah.
They're flipping. And the wife's calling the husband, "We got to go see his house right now."
It's
Or the
gorgeous.
husband's saying, "I got to go see his
Doesn't
house
need
right now."
anything done.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's.
I love it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Another thing that Real Vitalize does is it can remove the stress of the home prep,
Absolutely.
because Coldwell Banker connects sellers with the local professionals for everything from handyman work to full renovations, and that saves time, saves energy, and they're reputable already. We already know who we're working with.
One of the biggest stresses that anybody's ever been through a project with a contractor, you try to hire a contractor and you hope they're going to show up on time and know where they are
And keep coming back.
because you just get perfect, because they show up day one and then day two they're not there,
That's right.
and you're calling them up going, where are you?
Well, another job came in.
And they're another job. The product didn't come in. We have to wait a couple of days for that the product to come in. And these are things you do not have to worry about with the Real Vitalize program. Number one, your agent is involved 100% in the project. Number two, the contractors are really vetted.
They're
Yes.
vetted. Yeah.
Cold makers are vetted these because it's their reputation and everything here that has to make sure everything on your side is going to be perfect and seamless. What else can you tell me?
So it helps with the aspect of making it a move-in ready house.
Absolutely.
Buyers want to just cut to the chase. They're going through the buying process. They're spending good money. They want a good home, and they don't always want to come in and have to do renovations. So here you go. You employ this program, and you're advertising a home that is somebody's dream.
Absolutely. And when a house sits on the market, as you know, if it sits for a few days, we're like, okay, but it sits for a week, now we start to stress out because that's not an option. And our home is not set in the market for a week. You just said 4 days. Our average listing timeline is about 4 days before we get a contract. We'll tell a client 7, and they look at you like you're crazy. And then it happens fast, and the whole process happens fast. And the return on your investment is unbelievable high. Again, what you're taking from equity, the way it works is the equity in your house allows you to have your home fixed up. And we're not talking dollar for dollar. We're not looking to have you spend $1 to get $1 back. You're spending 1, you're probably going to get 3 plus. We never like to say like 5 plus, but it happens very often because it makes all of the ability of your house to have your value there. It's that value added. It's that stress relief that you were saying from the selling standpoint, the stress relief from the buyer, because it's all done already, and that's what buyers want. Talk to me some more.
It focuses on high return on investment improvements. So if you think about replacing a kitchen, what are you thinking?
Well,
40,
yeah, $40,000, $50,000, but in the program we use, it's significantly less, and that's another. Thank you for bringing that point up.
Yeah.
The kitchen jobs that our contractors do, they work in a very, very, very small margin. And the reason they work in small margins is because they're doing so many jobs. The whole idea is for us, for us as your agents and our company to get your listing, to give you the chance to make the money. Cold Banker's not looking to make money on you, on the work to be done. They're looking on you making the money so we can continue selling more homes for you. And that's huge. It's super huge.
Well, Coldwell Banker prides itself in that 360 client service, right?
Absolutely.
So from start to finish, we want to be there, we want to be present, we want to be active, and we want to keep coming back.
Absolutely. We want you to refer us to your friends and family.
Yeah. So it's not a one-hit thing. We're creating.
There's a reason why our team sells so many homes. We're connecting and building relationships. There's a reason why our team sells so many homes. And listen, we are marketing your home as a team out there. You have 10 agents working for you when you hire us. It's not one agent working for you. You have 10 people on the team working to sell your house. Our social media presence is like bar none. I'm proud of that. We have thousands and thousands of people that follow us on social media. And when we put a property in the market for sale, guess what happens? Everybody sees it, including realtors. We love working with the realtors out there. So buyers who have realtors already, they're letting their realtor know, oh my God, did you see that house for sale? I'm gonna go see that house. And the realtor's excited because guess what? Their buyer's ready to go.
Right.
And their buyer's ready, willing, able, and qualified. And of course, we'll get to the next part of it, I'm sorry. Strong advantage in a low inventory market with inventory still high across Connecticut. Well, it's not really high. It's higher than it was. But the ones that are sitting there are the ones that haven't been
Fixed up. They're just hanging out.
And I was sitting down with this seller the other day, and I was going through the homes in the market in the town of Hamden. And I said, listen, here's our list timeline, and here are the homes that are sitting there, and how long I'm in the market for the most part. Unless you and listen, if you've got a gorgeous property setting, that's a selling point. Like, I mean, a beautiful yard, flat, straight, baseball field, football field in the back. That's going to be a selling point. And some people will look past certain things inside a house to have that. Yard space is a very, very, very valuable piece of the property buying purchase thing. Yada, yada, yada. Sorry.
Okay.
Enhancing marketing and listing appeal. Professional updates create stunning photography and video content. So our ability to showcase your home is tremendously different when your house is all done inside, right? Because again, they're looking at a phone on a picture that's this big.
That's right.
They're flipping through, and maybe they got to the third phone. They're nope, no, thank you. Let's go to this one here.
Well, updating your home, it makes buyers feel more confident in making strong offers. If they know that the updates are current, they're clean, they're done correctly, permits, there's no question. There's no worry about how it got here. Is it done right? It's done right. It's documented, and it looks good.
Very commonly, we walk into a house and we call it the homeowner special, right? I bought the homeowner special, but my sellers were people who, they were amazing. I love my sellers because we're still friends today on social media. But they did things themselves, and how they did it for themselves when it got to the house later on, and how you function, you find the little things you have to change around. Where with this real Vitalize program, you're not changing things around because it's done
right
the first time. What else does it do for sellers?
The sellers don't have to have the cash on hand.
That's right.
And we started with that. We're going to end with that. You don't have to put money forward. You're using the equity in your home. You're increasing the sale price. You're driving the buyer interest, and
100%.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
The only problem is,
yes,
after the home is fixed up,
yes,
do you really want to leave?
Yeah, love it or list it. Love it or list it. Well, the answer is they don't have to technically sell it, but if they don't sell it, they have to pay it back. So most of the time, our sellers are selling their property because they don't want to pay it back.
But loving it as they sell
Love it. And who wins in the end of the day?
We all win.
We all win.
Everybody wins.
Buyers, sellers, agents involved. Everybody is winning because the buyer and the seller are both happy. It has an amazing experience in this process. So, recapping today, we have Danielle Borges, an amazing rock star realtor with Team Powerhouse. She's a little shy sometimes on camera, but she's an amazing person to work with. Her phone number again, please.
203-217-0810.
Danielle works all over the state. It's not a place we don't work as a team. We cover the state of Connecticut. We love when people say, I work here. Fantastic. You stay there. We work the state. And the reason we work the state is because of our reputation and what kind of team we have coverage-wise. Our experience matters. Where you as a seller are looking to sell or buy matters because we know the areas that you want to be in. And we're going to give you a different level of experience, that's for sure. That's Team Powerhouse. That's the difference.
That's right.
We have a lot of things happening with Team Powerhouse coming in the next couple of months. We're really excited about. We can't tell you about it now, but a lot of big things happening and very exciting in the future of Team Powerhouse. All right, Danielle, that's a wrap.
Thankfully. It was a pleasure being with you guys tonight, and I'll see you sometime soon.
Don't forget to call Danielle. It'll be an amazing experience. David Lamel here, Danielle here. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of our show. And sorry for so many jumbles in my language. No more bourbon before the show. Not happening anymore. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night. We'll talk to
Good
you
night,
soon.
guys.